Let us solve the exercise number 2 in the part B of operating system lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write a shell script to accept many characters and count the individual vowels, digit, spaces, and special character as well as consonants. So let's go ahead and let's start building the application. I'm going to go to the Linux over here, and I'm going to open up the Notepad QQ. I'm going to just double click on the Notepad QQ. And the first thing that you are supposed to do in this particular Notepad QQ is just go here to the file and then save this file. So I will go to the file and I'm going to click on save. You can click on save or save as, and I'm going to go to the my folder over here, that is money, and I'm going to double click on the documents, and I have all my exercises over here. I'm going to give the name to this one as ex2.sh. This is very important. You have to save it with the extension sh so that the your notepad QQ will be able to highlight the syntaxes. Otherwise, you don't know whether you are writing the proper syntax or not. So in order for you to help with the syntaxes, that is coloring of the syntaxes, always try to save the file with the extension .sh. Now let's start building the application. And what is that we are supposed to do in our application? So let's first look at that part. So what we are supposed to do in our application is that we are supposed to count. So we need few counters, one for the vowel, one for the digit, spaces, special character, and consonant. The I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build. I'm going to create so many counters over here. See, one thing that you can do is you can put a shebang here. Now this is not really required because during the examination you may not be interested in doing this one. So but for the general interest, I am going to just put a shebang here. Now the idea here is what is the meaning of this is it's going to tell the your Linux as such, or your shell, that we are supposed to use the bash shell. So this is only information to the OS saying that this has to be executed in the bash. However, we are going to directly execute. Most of the time you will execute it directly in the bash shell. So this may not be of useful during the examination. In your real life you may use it, but during the examination it may not be of any use. So you can, instead of writing a wrong syntax and then getting confused, it is better you don't write it during the examination, because anyhow you're going to run it in the bash shell. So let's start with the all the details. So we need the counters for vowels, digits, spaces, special character, and consonant. I'm going to start one counter. V for the vowel, so I will initialize it as 0. C for consonant, initialize it with the 0. D for digits, initialize it with the 0. S for space, and ESC for special character. If you notice, I have reduced typing vowels, consonant, and so on. The reason is you can type very fast during the examination by putting the simple variables, and you can save your time in case if you are stuck with the program. At least you will have enough time to make the correction. So now let's go ahead and let's start asking the user to enter the string. So I'm going to use the echo here, and I'm going to say enter characters, because they said in the program, if you say that accept many characters. So if you want, you can say enter many characters, but I'm going to just say enter characters, and press enter, press enter to stop, just to say to the user that what they are supposed to do it. So I'm asking the user to enter the set of characters. Okay, maybe I can also say that set of characters, and press enter to stop. You can just say enter characters, that's enough during the examination, but just for the sake of making it beautiful, I'm going to say that I'm going to read a string. So that is what I'm doing. So I'm going to read a string. The first thing that we are supposed to do it is we must know what is the length of that particular string. So we are going to calculate the length. How do I calculate the length? I'm going to say dollar, and I'm going to use an expression over here, and you know very well, to find the length you use the slash, the hash symbol, and then you say str. So you got the length here, and then we will repeat a for loop. See, when this particular program runs, you're going to type some string there, and how many strings are being typed, depending upon that you check whether individual characters, whether it is consonant, digit, and so on so on, and increase these counts. So let me just save this file, and I'm going to go here to the tools over here. So let's go to the um, run here. Let me just go here. You don't need to don't run it from here, because it's going to be a terrible thing if you start running it from there. I'm going to go to the my document here. Let me just zoom in for you, because you may not be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to double click on the my document, and in my document I'm going to go to the tools, and if you I'm going to open this one also. So this is where I've stored my file. You notice that ex b2.esh, and if you just keep your mouse pointer there, it's going to just show you whatever I have typed there. See, whatever I have typed here, it's going just to show me a preview of that. So this is file. Don't double click on it, just go to the tools here. On this you just go to the tools and open the command prompt here by saying open the terminal here. So it will open the terminal at the same location. Once you have the terminal, let me just go here. Once you have this terminal with you, so this is the terminal. We'll just stop this one. I'm going to zoom out from slightly back, because see, the zooming is there with the windows, not with that Linux. So I have to come back to the windows and then start zooming in and zooming out. So give me a second. So I'm going to just bring it here, and I will keep this thing on the other side. So if you notice here, let me zoom in now for you. If you notice here, I have stored it in my documents, and within that my documents I have my exercises. And if you don't, if you know the Linux command, if you just type ls there, it's going to list the file name, that is exb2.sh, and this is the file that I'm going to execute now. Remember, execute it under bash. So type bash. So I want when you type bash, it means to say that you want to execute it in the bash shell. Then you just say ex b2. Remember, very important thing, some student forget that thing. Linux is case sensitive. If you type it in capital, you have to type it in the letters in capital. So type this one, and this is what you're going to get. Enter a set of character and press enter to stop. So you are going to say like welcome to Unix 123, something like that. So you're going to type some set of character, and one first thing that you're going to do is you're going to count how many characters are there. So whatever characters that are typed here, you will, first thing that you are going to do is you are going to first check what is the length of it. Why you have to check the what is the length of it is after that you are going to take one character from the given string, that is this string. Take one character from the given string and check whether it is a vowel, or whether it is a consonant, whether it is a digit, whether it is a space, and so on and so forth. So this is what you are supposed to do it. So you are asking the user to enter the set of character and press enter to stop. So the user has typed a string here. So set of characters has been typed, and now first thing is you are going to find the length of this string, and then you will go through individual character within the string, and find out whether it is a vowel, whether it is a consonant, whether it is a number, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and let's continue with the program. So far what we have done in our program is you are asking the user to enter the set of characters. So let me just zoom out for you. Enter the set of characters. This is what you are asked from the user, and the user has typed it. You got the length of the string. Now let us start with the for loop. So I'm going to say for, okay, and I'm going to open this I is equal to 0, okay, and I less than the length of the string. So remember I have calculated the length here, so I less than the length. And then what is the next thing that you are going to do? Like the for loop, you say I plus plus. So this is your general for loop. Okay, put a semicolon, and we are going to start with the for loop. So you know very well, for loop will start with the do, and it will end with the done. Okay, then what you are going to do? So user has typed a set of characters. You are going to get one character at a time. So you have to get one character from the user that the person has typed. So first thing that you're going to do is you are going to get this W from the string that is supplied over here. You're going to get this W first. So how do I get that thing? I'm going to store it in a variable called as ch for short. So how do I do that thing? Again, I'm going to use the expression here. So I'm going to say the expression that is str is my string. Remember my string name is str. So from this string I want to get the string from 1 location. So when I is equal to 0, this is the 0th location, that will be the W. When I is equal to 1, you are going to extract E. When I is equal to 2, you are going to extract L. And when I is equal to 4, you are going to extract C, and so on and so forth. So that means to say that as the value of I changes, you want to extract one, not two, sorry, one character. So that means to say that from the one character, so this is 1, you want to extract one character from the ith position. So this is ith position. So I want to extract the one character from the ith position. So when I is equal to 0, you are going to extract W, that is from the ith location, one character. When I is equal to 1, you are going to extract the next character, and so on and so forth. So you are going to extract one character from the ith location. So this is what you are going to do. So I got the one character. So you got one character. When I is equal to 0, you are going to extract W from this given string. So this is, suppose if this is a given string, you are going to extract a W from that given string, and you are going to store it in ch. Now just to check what is this ch. So how do I check it? So I'm going to say if, okay, I'm going to check if the given character. So let me check that given character $ch, because I want to get the value within that ch. Remember I've stored it in this where is it gone? I've stored it in the ch. So if the given character ch is a what to say digit. So let's start with the digit. So if it is a digit, how do you say it is a digit? You know very well, digit will range from 0 to 9. So if it is a digit, now by the way, what is this symbol that I have stored? I am not very sure whether you will be able to. Let me just zoom in, zoom in for you. So you see this symbol. Hopefully, this is a tilde. Where do you get this tilde? So just near the escape, just below the escape, you get that 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first character is that tilde. Shift and press that tilde. So this is it. So what is this? By the way, what is this whole thing? This is the regular expression checking. So you are using the, I'm using the regular expression to check whether the given character, that is ch, whether it is a digit. How do I check that thing? Remember this symbol, be careful with that. It is not a dash here. So it is not that dash, and again zooming in for you, it is not that dash, it is the one that is there near your escape symbol. That's a tilde symbol which is there. Okay, so when I zoom uh, out, you may not see it as a tilde symbol, but that's a tilde symbol. So what I'm doing is I'm asking the user, okay, so you have typed a character. Suppose if the extracted character, that is the ith character that I'm extracting, suppose if this ith character is in the range, so I'm extracting one character here, if it is in the range 0 to 9, so if it matches anything between 0 to 9, then what you are going to say? Okay, so then you are going to say that, so what you are going to say, then you are going to say, let me just type that, then if, and then hope you are familiar with that, then you are going to increase this decimal count. So this decimal, that is digit count, you are going to increase it. So how do I increase that thing? I'm going to use again a clear expression there. So d plus 1. So this, you are familiar with this option. So you just increase this. Next option, else if, what is it? So if, again I'm going to put this one. If the given character, so $ch, so if this given character, again cross verify, again verifying with the regular expression. So if it is, next I'm going to check, first I check whether it is a digit. If it is not a digit, I will check whether it is a vowel. So how do you check something is a vowel? What is the range of vowels? How many characters are there? So small case a, e, let me just remove this one, I, o, u, and capital A, E, I, O, U. So these are all vowels. So if this character is in this set, then you say, so how do you put this one? Remember, these two are for the if part, and the other one is you are giving the set of characters. So if it is true, then okay, you are going to increase the vowel count. So you want to count it as a vowel. So for example, if you extract a character here, so E, and if this is vowel, then you increase the count of vowel. So initially the value of vowel is 0, you add 1 to it and say that I got one vowel. So if it is a digit, you say I got one more digit. If it is a vowel, you say I got one vowel. So how do you say that thing? Vowel is equal to, vowel is my variable, v plus 1. Okay, done. Now the next one is I'm going to check for the consonant. Now I'm not going to type this whole thing again and again. I'm going to select this one, click here and select it, Control C to copy it, Control V to paste it. So this is same as Windows. So else if the given character is, so remember, if it is not a vowel, you cannot immediately say that it is a consonant. It is not possible. Remember, because we are also checking for the space and special character. If you look at here, we are checking for space and special character. So if it is not a vowel, that means to say that if it is not a, I, o, u, that means it is not a vowel, then it can be space, it can be special character. When do you say it is a consonant? If a given character is not in this range, that is a, e, I, o, u, suppose if it is in a, e, I, o, u, you are going to increase the vowel count by 1. Now what is happening is it is not a, e, I, o, u. That means to say that it is not a vowel. Then you just check whether it is at least a alphabet. So whether it is A to Z and A to Z, capital A to Z and capital A to Z. Remember, so what is that I'm checking here is I'm first checking whether it is whether it is in this set, that is A, E, I, O, U. If it is not there, that means it is not a vowel. But immediately I cannot say it is a consonant because it can be a special character also, like star, hash, or anything, or it can be space also. When do you say it is a consonant? It is not a vowel and it is it is not a vowel, and it is a alphabet. It is an alphabet. It is an alphabet, and it is not a vowel. It is an alphabet. What is the range for alphabet? A to Z, capital A to Z, and small case a to Z. So it is an alphabet. And if it is not a vowel, why it is not a vowel? Suppose if it was a vowel, you would have ended up here. Suppose if, since you are not ending up here, you are coming to this place. That means to say that it is not a vowel. So that is why you are here. So if it was a vowel, A, I, O, U, then you would have increased the vowel count. Because you are not increasing the vowel count, and because it is a alphabet, what you are going to say is it is a consonant. What is the variable that I used for consonant is C. So I'm going to say C is equal to C plus 1. Next, what is the next thing that I am supposed to do is I'm going to just copy it, Control C and Control V. Next, I want to check whether it is a space. How do you check for the space? I'm going to remove this one. How do you check the space? I'm going to go for double equal to and one double quotes, put one space and put one more double quote. Remember, there must be a space. You cannot, if you do this one, you are not going to get it. If you put them one after the other, this is not a space. Why? There is no space in between. So put a space here. Now there is a space in between. That is why it is a space. So if you don't put the space, it won't check for the space. So now where is it gone? So there is a space. That is why you are checking whether the given character, whether it is a space. If it is a space, I have used the variable s to denote the space. So I'm going to increase the count of the space. So space is equal to space plus 1. So you've got one space. So you are counting. If you are getting vowel, you increase the count of the vowel. If you are getting a consonant, increase the count of consonant. You are just counting how many vowels are there, how many characters are there, how many special symbols are there. You are just counting. So whenever you get the required or the uh, given character, suppose if the character is a digit, you increase the digit count. If it is a vowel, you increase the vowel count. If it is a consonant, you increase the consonant. If it is a space, you increase it. Now it is not a digit, it is not a vowel, it is not a consonant, it is not a space. What is left now with you is not the deletion, is the else part. So else, what you are going to say, I'm not going to again type this one, Control C and Control V. I'm a bit lazy, you know very well. Okay, so I'm going to increase the special character count, SC, for my special character. So I use the SC there. So SC is equal to SC plus 1. Okay, as usual, every if must end with the end if. So usual thing. So this is your for loop. So you have the for loop here. After this for loop, let us start printing everything. So I'm going to first type the echo here. So I'm going to say echo, and I'm going to put dash 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 dash, some dashes here, and I'm going to say echo first one. What is the first one? Number of vowels. Let's start with the vowels. Okay, and semicolon and a space, just to get the things properly. We are using V for vowel count, we are using V. So V, done. And I'm not going to type this again and again. Control C and Control V. Consonant, consonants, hopefully my spelling is proper. I think consonants. Okay, hopefully my spelling is proper. You kindly excuse me if it is not proper. Consonant is for C. Okay, then the next one, I just press Control V because you know very well I copied it once. Digits, digits is D, the variable that I'm using. See, the for digit I've used the variable D here. Consonant C, the vowels we have used something V there, and so on and so forth. And the next one is I think we have spaces. spaces, and spaces I have taken the variable yes there, and the last one happens to be special characters. So let's say special characters, characters, okay, special character, and yes, C for special character, and I'm going to just copy this one, control C and control V, and I'm going just to make it slightly longer. So done, and I'm going to go here and I will save it. So save this one, control S to save it. Let's go here to the prompt over here. Again, if you are not getting the prompt, go to the my document here. So you can double click on this my document, and just to show you where what you are supposed to do it, double click on the my document, and then double click on the folder where you have your files, that is exb2, this is my file, and go here to the tools and open the terminal. Okay, so you can press F4 for opening the terminal. So assume that you have opened the terminal, then you can just say bash and type it. Now suppose if you have already typed it, use the up arrow from the keyboard. So when you type the up arrow from the keyboard, the last whatever command you have typed will automatically appear. You can use the down arrow to go between the history, so that is previous command or next command and so on and so forth. So let's press enter, and I'm going to say welcome at 1 2 3, so in between spaces. So what I'm going to get, so welcome at 1 2 3, so this is W is consonant, you know very well. So welcome, what you have, A E I O U, so this is E is vowel, O is vowel, and a small e is also vowel, so vowel count is 3, remaining definitely will be consonants. Digits are 1 2 3, 3 digits were there. Spaces are there, here one space is there, here one space is there, spaces are 2, and special characters is 1. So this is what is you are supposed to do it. That's all in this particular program. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.